Hello, hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr.20 and you are watching Let's Play Trials of Mana Remake Blind. Last time, we went through the oppressive, the depressing, the evil Dark Castle, defeating all the denizens there and taking down the terrible Belladonna, who turned out was a cat and was also in love with the Dark Majesty. After confronting the Dark Majesty at the top of the Dark Castle, we moved on, and we found out that he intended to go and slay the Goddess of Mana. So now we're going to go and stop him. First, I'm going to pet this dog, because dogs are cute. But yes, we're going to go and confront him in the Mana Holy Land, and hopefully everything will work out okay. Let me have a talk with Angela and see if she says anything interesting. Hello, Angie. They are gone now. Interesting, I didn't realize they updated the conversation. Magic Elixir max MP increases by 2.
Use this!
Let's upgrade our Angela so she's got even more mana than before.
This!
Because that will be very handy for us. Ah, everybody's got training points as well. Got to give it to them. Definitely points in strength for you, Reese. I don't know what else I want to get you. Maybe just more stamina. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to deal with you. Hawk. Yeah, you just want points in strength, really. And Angie. You want points in stamina, don't you? So you've got a little bit more tank than you do right now. Perfect. Now let's check our items and make sure that we've used everything appropriately. I don't need an ice coin in here, right? Oh. I'd like to remove this ice coin. And then let's have a look through here. Strength serum we want to use, stamina serum we want to use. Luck serum we'll probably use on Hawkeye. We picked up a lot of interesting items, haven't we? The Shadow Eye is the big one that I want to hold on to for a while still. Huh. That's pretty cool as the Assassin Eye. We ever get a... Yeah, we got Crawler's Claws. And we got a Succubus Claw as well. I might hold on to a Crawler Claw, actually. Looks like it might have a use for us in the future. The rest are unfortunately going to be too situational, I think, for us to really use effectively. Matango Oil is pretty cool as well because it gives you counter magic. But aside from that, I don't think there's anything we really want to have here equipped. Ah, yes, we've got the class change items. This gives you Star Lancer, this gives you Nightblade, you Runeseer, and Ninja Boss. Very interesting, we have one of everyone. But yes, so these are unique in that they have special effects that they use if you use them in battle. I don't want to use the ones for the class changes I don't have yet, because I think there's a New Game Plus option or something in this. I don't want to use that yet. But the Prison Gunman isn't something we really need. Precise Dice, not really something we need. And then the Omen Book, not really something we need either. They're all not very good, really, unfortunately. This is what I wanted to do. Strength Serum.
Here! Use this! Here!
And then Stamina Serum.
Use this! Here!
There we go. I thought stamina would increase her health, but apparently it didn't do that. It does something else. Probably just increases her defense, which is also fine, I suppose. Ooh, and luck serum. I don't feel like we need any more experience, and I wouldn't want to take it because I feel like that would be trivializing the game.
Here!
Right, let's go. After that relatively significant amount of prep time. I didn't check my item supplies, god damn it, I'm very stupid. That said, if we're above 20 on everything, we should probably be okay. Probably. Yes, please, Sanctuary Manor we go. As you can see here, the Sanctuary is not doing very well right now. It's in like an autumn, as everything starts to die.
No. No. Sanctuary of Mana.
His Dark Majesty is not going to get away with this. This is for Elliot.
This doesn't look good for the Mana Goddess. Let's hurry.
His Dark Majesty is such an awkward name. I don't mind it, but I think the Dark Prince is probably a better name for a villain than His Dark Majesty. Makes him sound like a complete goober.
It is a... You'll regret this.
Thunder!
Why to get in our way? Rain of light! Please don't miss. It is over!
How could they do this to the Sanctuary?
Well, they don't like the Mana Goddess very much. And they're dicks. That's how they could do it. And by they, I mean, like, honestly, it's just one dude and then a bunch of shapeshifters. There is an enemy I'm dreading. I'm dreading seeing in here. And I'm hoping they're not around, but they definitely are around.
We should work together to defeat this threat.
Thunder!
Angie, you're not shooting in the right direction.
Stay true. Okay. There we go. All right. I think we should spend our earnings on items for the journey.
We're doing nothing of the sort. The journey is over. This is the last stage.
Careful! It's the enemy! Justice! Stay true!
You can't run!
Too much for you! Stay true!
Aw, is it over? That's
Not
disappointing.
gonna lie, I'm a fan of these shapeshifters that refuse to use shapeshift. It's pretty handy for me as things go. Makes my life a lot easier. Oh, there's a path down this way, isn't there? There we go. Bum. Okay.
Let us
Thunder!
together to defeat the enemy! Of light! This might sting!
The Mana Tree is in danger. We have to go.
Oh
Tree of
no.
Mana needs our help.
No, go away, Shadow Zero. Oh, go away, go away, go away, go away.
Hostile entities! Be careful!
Thunder!
Kill it, 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 kill it.
Well fought!
We're good, we're good, we're good. It's all okay.
Thunder!
Fireball! Stay true!
You can't run! Too bad.
Attack!
Shadow Man.
Cyclone!
Over here!
Stay
A Navarlan secret attack.
What have they done to this sanctuary?
Well, I mean, the goddess is probably dying, right? So this might just be a natural thing. I'll take that item seed, even though it doesn't really do anything for me anymore. But also did a chocolate, that does do stuff for me. I want to see something.
Who is switching classes? Try to switch your class. You're already the strongest class you can be. Focus on leveling up in order to improve yourself. You can do it.
Okay, you can't go and switch your class again. Fair enough. You reset your...
Who is switching classes?
Resetting your class too.
Try to switch your class. Looks like you don't have the class item that you need to reset your class. Cheer up. We can try.
I don't know. That's very strange. I don't really know how to comment on it. Like, I don't really think they've explained the process of resetting the class. Presumably you can't do it until like a New Game Plus or something. If there is one. I think there is a New Game Plus in this. I think. God damn it, there it is.
I'll take point and leave the lead to you. You can't run.
Okay.
Die, die, die. There we go.
Get back.
That was the last of them. Don't get too comfortable, though.
Yeah, Hotshot's great. I love it. If I could control Angela more, I would use it like crazy.
Let us work together.
I mean, I'm happy the Shadow Zeros aren't doing the thing they're meant to. But I'm a little disappointed as well. Because, you know, part of this is trying to show off the game to you.
You wish. Well fought.
This should do it.
Oh, there we go. You can see here, our friendly Shadow Zero is transformed into Angela.
Be gone. Stay true. Victory is easy with reliable companions.
So, in the original, these things were utterly lethal because they would transform into, like, Reese, for example, and use something like Light Shot Spear. And what it would do is, kill your entire party because in the original game, the class changed characters. The higher your class change goes, the more damage you take. There is a damage multiplier for advanced classes. So you would take the full damage from a fully buffed character, except with the class multiplier on top of that. And it would just kill you. It would just straight up kill you, because Hawkeye's like split image slice would ruin your entire health pool in no time flat. They were terrifying. They were horrendous enemies to have to fight. Here they're much nicer.
Let us work together to defeat the enemy. Element, come, stay
You can't run. Too bad.
Stay true.
Thunder.
Well fought.
You can't run.
Elementals, come.
There we go.
I'm just getting started.
Well, this sure looks like the final boss fight. And we just got a level up on some of our characters as well. Not enough to make a difference, but enough that I'm still happy that they got it. No Earthquake on Angela is like a big downer, to be honest. I was really hoping I'd have it in time for this fight. I think we're okay. I think we should be able to go for this. I've got that crawler claw I wanted. If he ends up weak to an element, then I want to be able to take advantage of it. If I have Earthquake, I want the Mulberg Claw. Okay. Okay, let's do it.
Such a shame! The tree has withered completely, and the goddess of mana is no more.
No. How could you?
Are you in pain? You've become weaker without the Tree of Mana. Fairies are born to protect the tree, and perish without their purpose, I see. This is the end of the reign of the once mighty Goddess of Mana. Mavolia will rule over all realms with me as the world's supreme god.
No! I won't let you! No, Fairy!
Sorry, that was never gonna work. I love you, but that was never gonna work.
So impatient! She wished for death so badly that she tried to go against me alone. Are you ready to admit that you have no chance against me? You should gracefully give up this fight. The world as you know it will be consumed by Mavolia. The new evil order will be ruled by me. There's no place for you here. Shall we end this? Now that I have godlike powers, I will shed this old, broken body and inhabit the Prince of Laurent.
I was right.
I will simply wear his body and cast my previous one and all its horrible memories aside. You will only see my true form for a moment before you perish! Yes! This is what the ruler of Mavolia, the human realm, and the sanctuary of mana looks like! I can feel the power within me. I will obliterate you myself! No! Who's causing this pain?
This ends here and now! Even without the tree or mana power to help us, we will never give up. Not without a fight! Not as long as our hero, the chosen one of the mana sword, is here! Without mana, elementals and spirits may disappear from the realm, But you should not lose hope. You will be creating a new world for everyone. Come, you must stand up and fight. The future is in your hands. Whether you can see us or not, we'll be with you always. So keep fighting. You can't lose.
You think you're so clever, but without the Sword of Mana, you cannot win. It is hopeless, and you are finished.
You're wrong! Don't you see? Even without the physical Mana Sword, as long as the Chosen One is here, the sword that lives in all of our hearts, that we call hope, will never disappear!
Ridiculous! You think your foolish illusion of hope can stand up against the power of a newly realized god? Think again!
This is it.
This is it, indeed. Oh, God, he absorbs thunder. Okay. And fire.
Our final battle. Come along, everyone. Yuck, yuck, yuck! Fight for you!
Woo!
Use this!
Okay, Hawk. Your job is to hit the boss
Here!
In despair.
while I am dealing with buffs.
Mental boost!
And do not run explosions
Let the
into me
magic
as
flow
well,
through me.
please. Angie, your job is going to be to chain cast Ancient Curse on this guy until he stops being a thing. Because frankly, he offends me with his existence.
The strength to protect! Ain't protection! Use this! Over here! Can't.
Oh god, I did the thing where I bugged the music again.
I know.
Of course. Oh, I'm really disappointed now.
Mental boost!
secret attack.
This is a big point against the game.
The
It should not be this
strength
easy to just bug it so you can't listen to the damn music.
Strengthen!
It's really, really unfortunate. Because like the music is some of the best.
Too much for you! Eat on!
Just keep dumping Ancient Curse on him, please.
Use this!
Oh, here we go. Yep, that's it. That's a new boss. Absorbs that, absorbs that, absorbs that. Weak to water.
You can't run.
Light Lance, go!
Mother. It is
This should
over!
do it.
Thanks for that.
Angie, you need to not die to stuff, okay? Like, you are by far the most important thing that we have going for us right now.
Let the magic flow through me.
Still absorbs every element apart from water. That's fine.
Here!
You
Too much
can't.
for you.
That one was on me. Don't
This
think
might
so.
sting.
There.
Okay, just keep heals up on Hawk.
Here.
Hawk, I need you to keep on.
Ancient curse. You wish.
try to get away.
Freeze!
Shadow Slash!
Elemental. I will not
Light
hold
Lance,
back.
go!
Rain of light.
Drown in despair!
Here. It is over. No regrets.
Don't Stardust us! Oh my god.
Do this.
This should do it.
Be gone. Here.
Come on, kill the thing. Down.
Ancient curse.
Come on, just ancient him, please. Bang, there we go.
Mavolia! My rain! How can this be?
That was anticlimactic. Oh my god, Angela just annihilated him. Holy crap. We killed him in like 3 minutes. Oh lord. Okay, Ancient Curse is too strong in this game.
Barry!
Thank you for never giving in to despair. But the Tree of Mana is dead, and mana has disappeared from the world. I can't exist without mana. We didn't know each other for long, but I treasured our time together. I won't forget any of you. Don't worry, Reese. I managed to rescue Elliot during your battle. With the last of my power, I sent him back to Laurent.
Elliot is safe? Oh, Fairy, thank you.
Don't thank me. I was only able to rescue him because you were holding the enemy at bay. I'm just so glad I was able to do it before my time was up.
Do not go! Fairy.
Please, don't worry about me. You were fighting for everyone's future, including mine. Thanks to your triumph, I will now be reborn as the new goddess of mana.
What?
You see, fairies are like the seeds of the mana tree. Once they find a worthy person, someone with a pure heart that they trust completely, that fairy can become the new tree and goddess of the mana in the world. To bring that mana, the mana we have lost, back into this realm, I must take the tree's place and sleep here in the sanctuary. It may yet take 1,000 years for me to restore all of the mana. But if in 1,000 years your descendants still remember the Tree of Mana, I will awaken. I'm sure I can help them in their hour of need as well. But until I am needed in the future, I will remain here, asleep, quietly protecting the world as this tree. This is where we part. My brave heroes, farewell. May the sword of mana, the one that lives in all your hearts, shine on. Forever.
Oh, that was a great game. Oh man. What a lovely ending as well. It still gets me.
Mother!
Angela, where have you been? Oh, have you been skipping Jose's lessons again? My dear, you shouldn't antagonize your loyal subjects. Remember, you will be Queen of Altena someday.
Yeah, what are you wearing?
I know that it's hard, especially if magic doesn't come easily for you. But you can take all the time you need to learn it. I pray to the goddess of mana every day, asking for her blessings, so that you may learn magic faster.
Mother. Oh, Mother.
What's wrong, Angela? There's no need for you to cry. Oh, but please introduce me to your friends.
This one's a really good ending.
I cannot believe something so horrible has happened. I don't remember any of it. How could a queen allow such madness? Even if I was being controlled, the idea that I would try to sacrifice my own daughter is terrifying. I am thoroughly ashamed. Please forgive me, Angela.
No, It's okay, Mother. You're still the true queen, and your people love you. I love you. Please, continue to rule over Altena fairly, as you always have.
Thank you, Angela.
So this has a bonus if you have Angela as your main character at the end. And as long as you've got one of the male party members in it. She tells them she loves them at the end. Or at least if it's Duran, I'm sure that's true.
It's you! Jessica, are you okay?
As you can see, she's doing fine. Navarro thieves from all around the world have been coming back to the fortress. We should go back too.
Father!
Jessica and Hawkeye. I fear I have been trapped in a nightmare for far too long. I was informed about what happened to Eagle. That is why I intend to honor his memory by bringing his beloved Thief Guild back to its former glory. Now that mana as we have known it no longer exists in this world, the water in this desert will soon dry up. Therefore, our next target is clear. We must steal water and greenery from nature itself. This desert was once a lush and fertile land. We must find a way to bring back the rain and make it hospitable once again. We cannot let the people here suffer. Not on our watch.
I love that title phrase, steal the greenery and water from nature itself. Amazing. That's a great ending, by the way. And that's a good translation as well, much better than normal. Or what I was used to.
Reese! Elliot! Are you alright? Uh-huh. I'm okay.
I am so sorry, Elliot. I should have...
You know, I had a really weird dream. I saw Mother and Father,
and they looked so happy. And they told me something important. They wanted me to return to Laurent and help you bring prosperity back to the kingdom. They said that I shouldn't keep relying on you for everything, so I'm gonna try my best.
Oh, Elliot.
And who knows, like, His Dark Majesty thought you were a good vessel, so presumably you'll be tremendously powerful.
Father, Mother, Elliot and I will work hard to build Laurent back into the peaceful kingdom it once was. Even though this world no longer has mana power, please, continue to watch over my friends and me on our journey. We will do our best in the coming times.
I believe that it was Trials of Mana. Yeah, here we go. And here come the credits. So I have not mixed feelings at all. I love this remake, and I think they did an amazing job with it. I enjoyed playing it, and I think that's come across a lot in the LP, at least for a lot of people. There's just a lot of very good stuff here. It feels really, really fun and really, really intuitive and easy to play. It's just a great game to just pick up and chill out with for a while. There's some intense parts, but broadly speaking, there's just a lot of fun fighting, a lot of interesting dodging about that you can do that make every encounter fun to play. And I really, really like what they did. I love how much care has obviously gone in to being as faithful to the original as possible. And I'm always one for like reimagining things and seeing things completely differently and working them completely differently. But I think where it comes from a place of utter love, like it does here, you can lean very heavily on the previous game, because when that love comes through and it's obvious that you put your soul into making this game and that the copying is a tribute rather than you just being lazy, it really, really comes across well. And so I really like that, and I really like this game specifically for that. I like that we're getting Duran and a bit of his ending as well for some reason. I think we might get this for everyone. So I think that I would thoroughly recommend playing it. I think in terms of it versus the original, I think this is probably the better game. Looking at it objectively, I think this game is better put together, it's less buggy. There is a lot more here to get to grips with. And the encounters and the trash encounters themselves are more engaging than they were originally. That being said, I don't think that this game eclipses or removes the need to play the original. I think that you get two very different experiences from them. And I think they are sufficiently distinct that you should be able to play both. Oh, and look at this. Angela's able to, like, give a speech instead of her mother. Oh. This add-on at the end is perfect, by the way. This is excellent credit setup. Overall, I love this. I think there is... So the old game has a lot more to it in terms of team building. And the reason I say that is because I feel like, because of the complexity of the encounters... Oh, he's training Ludgar, look at this! Yeah, but because of the encounter complexity here, and because of the way that you can level up anybody through 1,000 different skill trees, it's much more difficult to figure out optimal team compositions, all that kind of stuff. So I think ironically, the greater ability for there to be team building options makes it harder for you to team build overall. And also, I think their attempts at balancing combos made team building far less important. Like, it feels like Angela as a Magus can just win the entire game on her own because of how much damage she puts out without nearly anything else, basically. And so I struggle with that, and I think that the original game shines through. But other than that, I think this game is better. Where I would have liked this game to do more, potentially, is around the villains and potentially on the plot, right? I think there is a large gap where you're fighting the Benevodons, where more could have been done to, like, really set into view what the villains are about and what they're like. And I don't think the game did that, and the original doesn't, to its credit, but I think that if this game is about reviewing and remaking and remastering whatever this game is, and making it better, which is clearly what they've done with a lot of things, that is an area which they could have made a lot better. Jessica, no, you don't have a claim on Hawkeye, I'm sorry. Don't look at him like that. So does FlameCon, like, rule Sultan now? Maybe he does, maybe he does. Maybe he took over. Maybe the thieves aren't, you know, stealing that much anymore. Becoming farmers instead. I wonder what they're talking about. Probably like... Oh, here's Flammy. I love Flammy. I like that Reese just gets to keep Flammy in the ending as well. As her friend. And Flammy obviously likes Elliot because Elliot's about Flammy's age. So yeah, I think there's a lot that could have been done with the game that potentially could have made it even better than it is. But as it stands, it's a great game to play. It's super fun. And you can just tell how much the developers love Trials of Mana, the original. And you can tell because of the care that has gone into how this game has been made. And you can tell just from this ending sequence, to be honest. None of this exists in the original, and they added it in because it just helps add this sense of pathos at the end of the game. I really like it. Big fan of what they've done here. So yeah, 2 thumbs up. Thoroughly recommend that you guys play it. Okay, now you get a full credit sequence. I left off thinking, you know, there would be that would be the end of the credits, and I would have had a great poignant ending. But no, the game decided to spite me. Points down for that. It shouldn't do that. So where else do I think it could potentially have been improved? I feel like melee doesn't do anything in this game. Which is to say that, aside from popping bad guy bubbles, I didn't really feel like, especially near the end game, that Reason was really doing very much. The gain that she's got on her really powerful technique, Light Spear, isn't fast enough compared to what Angela's doing with like Ancient Curse. I think spellcasting in this game is so powerful. It deals such ludicrous amounts of damage. And I think that probably needs to be scaled down. I think the final boss was actually a bit of a disappointment because of that, really. And I feel like that I'm playing on hard, right? I put this on hard, and I even restricted myself from using items that could potentially make it easier. And even with that, and even with no healing in my party, for example, we just annihilated the final boss in less than 2 minutes. Because I feel like the bosses in this game, especially near the end, need to have like maybe triple or quadruple the HP pools that they've got. Because you just cut through them so easily, and I don't really buy into difficulty for difficulty's sake, but I think that when a fight is meant to be climactic, it should feel climactic, right? And if a boss is very, very easy, despite being the climactic fight, it takes away from that feeling. And so that is an issue I had with the game, I think. I'm unsure what they could do about that. Now, I am aware, obviously, that there is likely to be more to this than meets the eye, because there is likely to be a New Game Plus, and I'm pretty sure there's a secret boss waiting for me. Because, well, obviously from the original. In the original game, on Duran and Angela's route, you could fight something called the Black Rabbite, which was the secret super boss for the entire game. It was only available on that route. Now, as far as I know, rumors have told me that the Black Rabbite is available for all routes at some point in this game. So I'm probably going to go off and fight that thing, and we'll see how difficult they are to fight. What I actually found was that bosses that were larger were easier to fight overall. And the reason that I think that that's the case is because multi-hit spells, like Ancient Curse, would hit them like 5 or 6 times at very, very high power levels to begin with and just chunk their health. Like Dark Force would hit them like for all their hits on multiple parts of their body. And so I think that that probably is something to do with why I was able to annihilate the bosses as badly as I was. I think it would be very interesting to try a party with all the boys. Or maybe a party with Reese, Duran, and Kevin. And see how that works. Because that will be very, very melee focused and not really have any magical power behind it. So I'd like to see how that kind of party, without that magical backup, is able to function. We get the same end screen as we did before. I wish there was more with these characters. I feel like there is so much more that you can do with them. And I'd love to see it, to be honest. A sequel to this game in some way, including the old characters from it, would be great. Because I'd love to see what the world without mana that these guys envision would be.
What is this? Where am I? Oh, I see. This world is...
This is new. Bursting Mana Goddess, Chain ability, recover 2% of MP. Not very good. Damn it, Mana Goddess. Yes, I would like to save my completed game data, please. Right at the bottom. Okay, I am interested in who this new voice is. Very, very interested to see what it is about.
Trials of Mana.
But I think, for now, we will leave this, and we will come back and follow up with that voice in the next set of episodes. So thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I will catch you all next time.